Welcome back to Movie Moshow. Today we are going to review the science fiction film, The Blackout. If you like our content, don't forget to like and subscribe. We post multiple times daily. Spoilers ahead. Soldiers at the military outpost take up positions and get ready for fight when an alert is set off. According to reports, an unknown enemy is coming, 20 km/h moving beings bigger than humans. Oleg, a service member, goes on a date with Elena 24 days prior to what happens in the prologue. They return to his home later. Suddenly, darkness covers the whole planet, save for the region around Moscow, as well as some of Belarus, Ukraine, and Finland. Numerous billions are unknown. Only a few individuals have survived outside of the region that comes to be known as the Circle of Life, and communication has been cut off across the rest of the world. Reconnaissance units are sent out and placed within a protective perimeter, but they never return. They discover that Earth had been attacked, with an unknown number of people dying. The humans gather an army and establish outposts in order to protect themselves against the unknown invader. 8-9, a unit sweeps the lifeless cities outside after leaving the Circle of Life to conduct a reconnaissance operation, and a soldier is ambushed and hurt. The stranger manages to flee as the other troops attempt to shoot him. The prologue is revisited throughout the action. The power is cut off and the outpost is plunged into darkness as they prepare for an unseen enemy. They start firing when they learn that the threat is actually a sizable herd of brown bears after being told that creatures larger than humans are coming out of the forest at 20 km/h. Not every soldier made it to the following morning. Oleg, who sustained a leg injury, is one of the survivors. One of the survivors from the edge of the quarantine zone, Sasha, is shown to have abilities in Moscow. She seems to have a telepathic connection to the unidentified attackers. Since Sasha's psychic link can identify Eid's brother Ra, who is responsible for all of this, a strange man going by the name of Eid approaches the patient and requests his assistance. Marina is the leader of 4 troops who train their rifles on Eid. However, using his supernormal talents, Eid turns the soldiers' weapons on Marina and offers to reveal everything to them in exchange for saving his life. Eid explains that he is an alien from a long-dead star system while being questioned. Ra is behind all of this, even though before that Eid believed he was the only one on Earth. They want to move to Earth since the star sun in their constellation is still young and will live for a long time. The ship carrying their army will arrive tomorrow, according to his estimations, as he just arrived on Earth another 200,000 years ago. The issue is that Sasha is the only person who knows where to look for Ra. Ra is the entity that dominates ordinary people outside the Circle of Life and controls their thoughts. Sasha learns that Ra is in Kirov on the roof of a tower after Eid enters his thoughts. Ra sensed he had been found as he turned to gaze at Sasha at that very time. Ra gave the command to launch a missile attack upon the outpost when Eid decided to leave Sasha there. Eid, Zhenya, and the remaining soldiers, who were commanded by Mary, are still alive because they had already departed. At this point, Yura joins the Satellite 9 group of the outpost and discovers a small boy in one of the rooms in the dead of night. However, as Lieutenant Maxim was questioning the youngster about what happened, the boy drew a knife from his pants and fatally stabbed Maxim. The boy was then shot by the other soldiers as reprisal. Only Yura and Olya are still alive as a large number of people start attacking the Ra-controlled gang. They take control of one of the abandoned vehicles and return to the outpost. They encounter Major Devlatov and Marina's last outpost soldiers along the route, from whom they discover that a powerful missile strike destroyed the outpost. Eid reveals that Ra wouldn't have killed them if Zhenya had accompanied them, and the outpost would have left him alone. Together, they return to Kirov, where they run into a mass of people under Ra's control, fight their way through a skyscraper, ascend to the roof, and discover Ra. After a battle between Eid and Ra, Eid manages to remove a piece of equipment from Ra's chest, allowing Yura to murder Ra with a grenade. Eid sends a psychic pulse that instantaneously destroys all the remaining drones and causes them to collapse when Ra is killed. What will they do next? Osmolovskaya queries Eid. Eid responds that they will carry out their creator's plan to kill. According to Eid, humanity once advanced to the point where they posed a threat to both aliens and them. Ra was concerned about this, so he developed a religion focused on love for people in the hopes that it would maintain people always in a condition of peace and love. Instead, many used religion as a justification for increasing hostility and violence. When the ship has landed, Eid gives the survivors the command to kill the colonists. Zhenya is upset after hearing all of this and asks Eid why he did not show up earlier to stop the 8 billion deaths. Eid responds that doing so would have upset the plan and put the arriving spacecraft into defensive mode. Then he discloses his strategy: when the colonizers are killed, the survivors would revive civilization, worshipping Eid as their god. Eid responds that he is the god they deserve when Zhenya says that he is the devil and not God. When Oleg approaches Eid in rage, Yura stands up for him and claims that Eid is their only chance of surviving. After lunging at Eid and fatally stabbing him with a knife, Zhenya realizes that Eid had actually used his psychic abilities to make Osmolovskaya appear to be him. Olya unexpectedly fires a gun at Yura, hurting him, as Oleg and Yura begin to fight. Eid answers by fabricating several illusions of himself as Oleg's father in order to divert him after Eid shoots Oleg. Zhenya, on the other hand, seizes the opportunity and charges at the actual Eid, murdering both of them by flinging himself and Eid from the top. A hatch opens as an extraterrestrial ship falls from the sky toward a nearby skyscraper. But for some reason, the aliens stay inside. Elena, Olya, and Oleg decide to board the alien ship as Yura, who is hurt, yells in their ears. "We are all going to die." When they go inside the ship, they discover that every alien is still unconscious in their cryocapsules. Cryocapsule timers start to count down, and the three main characters decide to kill each other inside the capsules by severing the oxygen supply pipes, leaving them to perish without oxygen. When only one tube is left to be destroyed, they decide against breaking it because it supplies oxygen to the capsules containing the aliens' infants. When the timers on the capsules approach zero, the capsules open, and the youngsters of the alien species crawl out. 3 Earth-related individuals can be seen in front of them. To demonstrate that they won't hurt them, the latter freely lay their guns on the ground in front of them. Thank you for watching and don't forget to like and subscribe.